Hello and welcome back to Bootleg Macro, your number one source of the most active stocks in the US stock market. Today we're going to be looking at an old friend, MULN. Today this stock traded over 220 million shares. Now this is down from a few days ago where it traded over 400 million shares. So you can see that volume is starting to change inside of MULN. When we look here at this stock chart over the daily, if you watch the previous video, you'll understand what we were looking at here in terms of daily price sentiment. But one of the things I find to be very interesting, especially based on my recent analysis, is that MULN looks like it may be beginning to bottom. And the only reason I say that is because if I scroll down here to the ultra fast sentiment indicator, which is based on price action over the past 2 days, and looking at the amount of price action which is bullish versus what is bearish, we currently are at 35% bullish price action. Now, if you've watched the previous video, you'll know that it is incredibly difficult to get over 60% or get below 40%. And when you get below 40%, generally what you're going to see is a rebound into the market, at least up to near 50, because the market likes to stay in equilibrium. That is generally how a market likes to trade. It will generally be around 50% bullish, 50% bearish, and most of the time, and I don't mean all the time, the market wants to go up. It wants to go up and to the right. Why, boys and girls? Because that's how people get paid. So it's very hard for a market to fall and continue to fall unless it's either going to go to bankruptcy, the narrative has changed, catalyst has affected it, or there is something outside of it in the world, like a crisis, potentially a bank one, where the entire market is going to fall apart, but it doesn't do it. We get waterfalls and then we take escalators up, the elevator down, escalator up. Now, when we look at what we have here, we can see that again, we are down at 35% bullish price action. We have been hitting 36, 36, 32, 35. What I'm going to go ahead and do is look at the raw data for this individual indicator, and we will scroll over to here. So this is the exact same indicator that we were just looking at, but on a smaller version. And this is the data that gets pulled in essentially. We are looking at right now, we have on the 2-day average of the bullish momentum, we're down at 33%. We're down at 33% of bullish action, which is crazy because if we scroll up and look at the previous month, in the middle of February, we were at 59%. You want to guess what it looked like here when we were looking at this section where you were at 59% all the way across? Let's go ahead and look at this price action. In this price action, we were seeing the price hit extremes. We were going from the mid 30s up to the low 40s. That's the type of move that you can expect once something comes off of a bottom where it's got a lot of bullish or where it's got a lot of bearish price action. And if we look back at this period again, we're going to scroll up and I almost guarantee we're going to see a different period where in this or if we look at this period here, the very beginning of December, if we go all the way across, what we'll see is that this was a period where you wanted to be very cautious in MULN. But the difference, and if we look all the way across here, we can see the price action was at 20 cents. We can see the price was falling below its 5-day moving average. We can see that volatility was rising. The price was not moving very much, but things were incredibly negative. I had a go short signal, go short signal, go short signal for my short-term, intermediate, and my daily action, as well as in my short-term, intermediate, and long-term price action when it comes to the bullishness, was clearly showing us bearish action. But once we got what looks like here on the 13th, we got a spike where we got bullish action. Things started to change. Now, if we scroll back over and look at this ultra fast indicator, what do you think was happening? The price and the bullish action in MULN was starting to change. It was coming off of this bottom and we were on our way to higher highs. And when we look back at this current period where we were at these incredibly depressed bullish sentiment readings in MULN, the only thing it makes me think is that there are better days ahead for this stock. Now, I can't confirm anything because the future is uncertain. We never know what's going to happen. But when you look at the price action that's happening now in the middle of March, and we look at the price action that happened at the beginning of December, what we can see is a very similar setup. Now, what I'd like to see personally is I'd like to see this 10-day bullish action get up off 25%. That is incredibly low. Haven't even really seen it that low. But when you're talking about penny stocks, things can move. I'd like to see a falling bear start to rise. I would like to see this move out of the 30s when it comes to the 2-day average. And I'd like to see essentially this chart start to flip up, and that would be the beginning of what I think would be a great opportunity to start to go long in MULN. Now, I don't personally play any of these penny stocks. I've gotten past that stage of my trading career, but that is something that I know a lot of people pay attention to, and this is just some breakdown analysis that I like to do on a daily basis of the most active stock in the stock market. So if you have any questions, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'll answer any questions that you have. Feel free to leave. I wish you nothing but the best. Protect your profit, protect your risk, and honestly, just fall in love with trading. It's a great activity for everyone to do. Have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.